All right, it's chapter 7, video number 3. We're going to carry on with how to create an array. So we talked about that creating an instance of an array object in the memory actually has two parts. And the first part here is by declaring the data type here. So an example in the previous video, we're talking about, let's say, an integer. Square brackets denote that it's going to be an array, and we give it a name here that gets created up onto the stack. Then we duplicate this names array is equal to a new instance of this array object that's being put up onto the heap, and we dimension out a size of memory of how many elements that we want that array to contain. Now we can combine those two statements, and this is commonly done by just writing it in this fashion right here. So we've got an integer array, we've given it a name, and we're going to tether it and create a new instance of this object up onto the stack of integers, and we're going to dimension it out to 6 elements. And we could use, of course, different types. We could use a double, a decimal, or a string and dimension those out into a variety of different sizes. You can see here that they're creating a name array here with up to 1,200 elements in the memory. So they're obviously going to collect a lot of names in this example. If we were to do this using a simple string, name 1, name 2, name 3, we would have to declare 1,200 and then assign 1,200 manually. So you can see the real advantage by creating an array in this example. Now, when we dimension out, this is something to note here, is when we're dimensioning out an array size, the size declarer here is recommended that we actually use a constant, because we're going to dimension it out to a fixed values. Therefore, we can use a constant in that case. So in this example, they used 6, and they can dimension it out. Later on, we can reuse this when we're looping through the array so that they match, which is a good strategy.